right, family, welcome to Speak. It is kickoff, and you will be shocked to see what Saleh said moments ago. He said, I would be shocked if Aaron Rodgers goes out this way, literally saying, I'd be shocked if this is the way Aaron Rodgers is going to go out. Remember, he tore his Achilles, and we're wondering, is Aaron Rodgers ever going to play again? I got to get to the desk. Have to hear the urgent thoughts and response to this. Is he open? Is he open? He's open. Well, you know who else is open? Joy Taylor. We talked about this in the pre-show meeting. I heard your response. I can't wait for the world to hear your response. Is Aaron Rodgers finished? Do you see him playing again?
No, I don't think he plays football again.
Woo.
Ooh.
I don't think that's a hot take.
That's very hot, Joy.
It ain't cold.
It ain't cold.
It ain't cold.
It ain't
I
chilly.
mean, I saw it floating on the internet. I didn't think I came up with this. I mean, this thought didn't cross your mind that might be the last time that you see Aaron Rodgers on the field?
Not me.
It didn't cross your mind?
Not one bit.
He has the injury that we don't even like to speak about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a bad injury for a young player. We can all agree, this is the worst injury that you can have that doesn't alter your quality of life.
Yeah.
Right?
Significantly.
Significantly,
Yeah.
yes. Obvious, yes. This isn't a back injury, a neck injury, a head injury. This is the worst injury that you can have. It takes the longest to come back from. You're never really the same. And even when you do come back, there's an adjustment period where you have to trust your body again because it is such a traumatic recovery.
Right. Yeah.
He's 39 years old, going on 40. If he were to come back, let's say this time exactly next year, he'd be 40 going on 41. And the last time he played a full season, he had a poor statistical season. They missed the playoffs in the place where he spent 16, 17 years of his career. I don't think I'm saying anything that is really that dramatic. I don't want this. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers play again. I don't want that to be the way he goes out, but I can't believe I'm on an island here.
I think I'm shocked at this. Now, mind you, there's no more pivotal conversation you all will hear in the world of sports than the conversation we're about to have over the next 10 minutes or so, because we're talking about one of the greatest players ever, maybe never, playing again. So no conversation gets bigger than this one. The reason I am shocked, Joy, is not because you've told a lie, but I guess because the athlete in me looks at the athlete in Aaron Rodgers and says, there's no way you go out sad. There is no way then Aaron Rodgers can go out sad like this. Now, everything Joy said is right. Achilles injuries, it's as bad as it can get of the injuries we speak of. I don't speak of all those completely life-altering, can't walk again. I don't speak of those. But of all the injuries we speak of, nothing is worse than an Achilles. Yeah. But there's just no way that the great Aaron Rodgers, after all the hoopla, after all the excitement, after all the Broadway, after all of the Super Bowl trophies are dusty, I want to bring in a new Super Bowl trophy. There is no way in my mind, James Jones, that Aaron Rodgers doesn't play football again.
Oh, man, I ain't heard nothing y'all said, be honest. I ain't listening to nothing y'all said up here. Being in the locker room with 12, being extremely close with 12, he ain't going out like this. I'm telling y'all right now, America, 12, he's not going out like this. Aaron Rodgers will not go out like this. He is a competitor. He came over to the Jets. It was a breath of fresh air. We all seen it. When he was in Green Bay, it was like, look, I don't even see myself playing to 40. Like, you know, whatever we can get, you know, I finish this little contract, I'm done. I don't even see me going to 40. Then it came talks to where might be a possibility I could get up there in the 43s and the 44s and play in this game because he was rejuvenated and all that. And to come in there and say it's dusty, for them to fly that jet over to you and say, you are our guy, we are going to get this thing done no matter what. We don't care what we got to give up, how we got to do it. We bringing you over here. If I know Aaron Rodgers, he believes that he owes them dudes to come back and play and try to bring another Super Bowl trophy there. That's why when you hear him talk, you hear him talk to Garrett Wilson, I'm sorry, brother, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, you hear stuff like that, that ain't I'm done. That's a I'll be back, and I think Aaron Rodgers will come back from this. I don't know what level he's going to play at.
We'll get to that later.
I don't know what level he's going to play at if we're going to see the MVP Aaron Rodgers, but I promise you this, he going to run out of that tunnel again for the New York Football Jets. I promise you that. He ain't going out like that.
Joy, he's 40?
40.
He's going to be 40 December.
December. Yeah. And last year, he had a good year last year?
He did not have a good year last year.
Yeah, my mind. He can't end it like that, though. A-Rod can't end it like that.
I was about to turn.
My thing is this, man. I just feel like the anticipation was so big.
Man.
Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. We got a shot. Yeah, everybody believing. Even I was believing, like, maybe they do have a shot. You go to New York, and everybody's all excited. And then in 4 plays, you get injured, right? One thing about Aaron Rodgers, I think I truly understand about him is that he loves the narratives. He loves the storylines. He loves the legacy moments. And that's one of them. Yeah, I got hurt the 4th play of the game, right? But I'm coming back. And I think that the way he talked to all the younger guys, like Gary Wilson, he said, the first thing he said to him was, I'm sorry, kid.
You know what I'm saying?
But saying that, like, I'm sorry for right now, but listen, we're going to come back.
100%.
We're going to get this thing right. And the last part is, I do think that they have a better chance to win next year than this year. New offense, everything's new. You're trying to put together linemen, in and out, injuries, wide receivers. The next year, when you come in the install, you know everything was going on.
But then let's get to the more important question, because even if Joy is wrong, say she is, we don't know, but even if she is, and he does come back, how quality do you expect him to be? Because every point Joy made was correct. Last season, he didn't play well. He did not have one 300-yard passing game. He is 39 years of age right now. He will be 40 in December. If he comes back in a year from now, average Achilles, well, for context, Kevin Durant missed 586 days with the torn Achilles. He tore his Achilles when he was 33. Aaron Rodgers is 39. So even if Aaron Rodgers only misses 365, let's just give him a year, he gonna be 40, turning 41 in December. Even if he does come back, I don't know, Joy, how quality of play that we'll see.
We didn't even know what quality of play we were going to see this year. It was all hopes and dreams and wishes, imagination, some history sprinkled in there.
I mean, the hope was there because what he showed in his previous.
Yeah, a whole season before. And that was a whole season older. We didn't know what we were going to get from him, and we still don't know. We saw 4 plays. But why would we expect it to be better? We are talking about an Achilles injury, right? Like, we all know what we're talking about here.
I hate the injury. Worst injury.
It's a worse injury.
Yeah.
It takes the longest to recover from. You talked about how long KD. If he takes that long, how old is he going to be? 42?
You can't take that long. You can't. You don't have the luxury.
The season is over.
You don't have the luxury.
He's not playing in the next season either.
Correct.
But that's a possibility because of this injury and because of his age. So what are we talking about, Shady? I don't want this. I do not want this. I do not want it to be the end of Aaron Rodgers' career. And I hear all of you. He can't go out like that. It might not be up to him to go out like that. It might not be up to him. And why is that better? Why is it better to come back and potentially look sorry? Now, nobody believes that about themselves. But if you are 39 years old going on 40, and then you're 40 going on 41 after coming off of an Achilles injury, your last season playing wasn't a good season. Why are we imagining that it's going to go in the other direction?
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I'm just saying he won't go out like that.
How long
Go out like what?
Go out like the last thing we saw was you getting carried off of the field. Of the illustriousness of Aaron Rodgers' career, the last memory we will remember will be Aaron Rodgers getting hobbled into a tent and then getting carted off like Shady just said.
Say he comes back. You hopping on the hype train?
I am.
We know. You hopping on the hype train?
No, I'm not. Because the evidence is not in Aaron Rodgers' favor, James.
How many years has Aaron played in this National Football League?
What is 17?
Yeah. How many bad years has he had?
About 3.
Right. So the odds is on his side. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to get caught up in the saying he finna come back and he finna be a top 3 quarterback, like he finna be up in there. But he can come back and lead this team to a Super Bowl from what we've seen and what they got. On the defensive side of the ball, Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest minds. You played with the greatest mind at the quarterback spot. It wasn't a lot of moving and getting out of there, Achilles injury or not. It's one of the greatest minds in football. Aaron Rodgers has one of those. So I truly believe he will come back from this. I'm not saying he's going to look like the 4-time MVP. But he's the type of quarterback that can still deliver and get these dudes to where they are trying to go with the pieces they have around.
I think he's dreaming. I think he's dreaming. I do not think that is realistic. I do not think that is at all to any degree factual.
So you don't think Aaron Rodgers could come back from this and play well?
No. And I will tell you, there's a ton of data that would support the no. Here's our problem, 2-5. I think our problem is this. We let Tom Brady skew our opinion of age. Same thing we've done with LeBron, by the way. He's not the first. LeBron James has us all thinking, oh, man, maybe Giannis going to play till 40, maybe Steph, maybe KD. Keep in mind, D-Wade, same draft class, been retired. Shout out to D-Wade friend. Carmelo Anthony, same draft class, just retired. Hasn't played quality basketball at his standards in a while. But we think, oh, LeBron did it, everybody can do it. Everybody ain't LeBron, and everybody ain't Tom Brady. Shady, you know better than anybody. I don't think there is a way that a 39-year-old coming off of an Achilles injury, who, mind you, had a whole camp and wasn't even on the same page with his offensive line in the first 4 plays. Yeah. 4 plays in the offensive line and Aaron Rodgers weren't on the same page. Ain't no way.
I mean, but he's saying that he ain't allowed to be LeBron James.
Thank you.
He's just saying that the lead into Super Bowl is just be solid.
That's it.
Right? Like, we just watched him last night, or what?
2 nights ago?
Yeah, 2 nights ago. Play a really, really good Bills defense. And on offense, they didn't really do much. The Jets didn't, once Aaron got hurt. So if Aaron could just do a little bit more than that, they win every game. I don't know. I mean, I get your point you're saying. He is older, and you guys are making a good point. You talked about, all the years he played not having really bad years. But, I mean, the most recent wasn't really good. And I don't fault a lot of that to him. He gets some of that blame, but a lot of that to the younger guys. I just can't see Aaron Rodgers going out like that.
Agreed.
The way the whole with the dark retreats and all that type of stuff,
Even if he does come back, though, we talk about it like the Jets just need average play to... Why? Based off what? What we see on paper? Aren't there other teams around the league that don't play average, that play excellent ball, that they're going to have to go against? Josh Allen played a big factor in why the Jets won that game. Yeah. Let's be honest. You don't expect Josh Allen to play like that every game moving forward. I don't.
Yeah. But I would say, though, Joy, wouldn't you suggest that more now than before, there's evidence that supports Aaron Rodgers just needs to be above average? We all thought about it. Like, we hypothesized for 4 months, and thank you all for enduring with us. Man, the Jets got a great defense. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers just got to be average. If the Jets would have just scored 19 points last year, they would have won 11 games. We thought about it. Then we saw week 1. Now, Josh Allen did turn the ball over, but the defenders got to catch it. Yeah. 3 picks in 1 game, Whitehead got to catch it.
On 2 of them picks, though, he was pressured. Quinn Williams was about to sack him.
Yeah. So all that being said is, I would honestly say more now than ever, there is evidence that supports the argument. But
who's winning a Super Bowl with an average quarterback?
Jets. But when we talk about...
That's haven't even made the playoffs.
Let's say above. We can't say average.
Who's winning a Super Bowl with an average quarterback?
Can we say, let's just say good quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
Who's won a Super Bowl recently with a good quarterback?
It's kind of
not in the last 3 years.
Yeah, not the last 3.
Been really good quarterbacks.
It's kind of disrespectful to Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, but wait, Aaron could be just as...
You're saying he just needs to play above average. We're talking about him not playing well enough to beat the Detroit Lions in the last game of the season to make the playoffs, not throwing for over 300 yards once the entire season, then immediately getting injured, missing an entire season of football, coming off of one of the worst injuries that you can come off of.
Right.
At age 40, coming back, and all we need from him is above average play to win a Super Bowl. I think it's disrespectful to the rest of the teams around the league that are built different, and to teams that are actually winning the Super Bowl with some of the best talent in the world.
So let me ask you this then. So when Matthew Stafford won a championship with the Rams, did he play great? He played good.
I thought he played above average.
That's what I'm getting at.
When y'all went with Tom Brady, I thought Tom Brady played above average.
That whole year?
No, in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
He played good. Because same thing. So my thing is, I don't need Aaron to be super great. I just need him to be just as good as Matthew Stafford.
And that's all I'm saying. We don't need...
Same type of defense, right?
We don't need Aaron Rodgers to return to MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Days gone.
We need Aaron Rodgers to be a good quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest minds that we've seen at the quarterback spot. I feel that it's kind of disrespectful that we don't think he could be above average quarterback coming off of this injury from what he's shown us in 17 years.
Stafford had 41 touchdowns, 17 picks, and threw for almost 5,000 yards.
17 picks.
He did. He had a lot of picks, and he didn't throw them in the postseason. Which, by the way, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been back to the Super Bowl since they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they're not gonna the Rams ain't gonna run the ball as well as
the Jets. But my thought is this, though, James, is at the point in which Aaron Rodgers wasn't a good quarterback at 38 and healthy, how can we anticipate safely that he will be a good quarterback at 40 off of an Achilles? That's really the argument I'm on. If I'm on Joy's side, is at 38 and healthy, he wasn't good. So now we anticipate at 40 and injured, he'll be good?
So that's
at 38, last year with the Packers.
That's really good. That's 2 different teams. Two different players.
But not only that, that's exactly what I'm saying, because The year before, what'd he do?
MVP.
Exactly.
Yeah,
MVP. Right.
You get what I'm saying? So just the body of work that Aaron Rodgers has shown us in 18 years, he's not going to come off this injury and be a top 20 quarterback, like bottom of the tier quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is going to come out here and he is going to play at a high level. Does that mean top 5? No, but that means enough to get the Jets to where they are trying to go.
Top 10?
Yes.
Top 10 can win you games, though.
I don't think he can play at a top 10 level.
I don't even think he's coming back to the NFL. But if he does,
Hey, my watch
and
going.
even if he did,
That's Aaron. He say he hear y'all.
I'd love to see it.
He said he
No,
hear y'all.
Aaron,
Hey,
I'd love to see you back.
Let me respond.
We're visiting in a year after that Achilles rehab. It's going to be a long road, and I hate that for you. I hated rehab as well. When he was an MVP, what Super Bowl did they win?
It don't matter.
But that's what we're talking about. Of course it's different teams. And so are
talking
other
about
teams.
his play.
And so are the Dolphins, and so are the Bills, and so are the Patriots, and so are the Chiefs, and so are the Chargers, and so are the Raiders, and so are the Broncos, and so is Jacksonville. They have to play other NFL teams that aren't trying to just be above average. They're trying to be excellent. So this idea that you can just be average and beat all these teams that are trying to be excellent, to me, is disrespectful to the rest of the NFL.
He can't be average on the Houston Texans. He can't be average on the Jacksonville Jaguars. He can't be average on those teams. With this team, they don't need you to be great.
So if, because we're going to get to this later, if this theory is true, if Zach Wilson plays average, we should see them in the Super Bowl. They're that good of a team.
We say good play, good quarterback.
If Zach Wilson is good, I don't think he is, but if he does end up being good this year, then they should be in the Super Bowl.
I think they can contend, and it leads perfectly into the conversation we're about to have.
I agree with that.
Because Michael Parsons said that Brock Purdy was essentially average. He said he was a 15th quarterback, and the San Francisco 49ers were one game away from being in the Super Bowl. So let's transition.
What was Jimmy Garoppolo?
But they weren't.
He was average.
Exactly. Where was the
weren't.
Niners? In the Super Bowl.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.